instead of all just waving, let us fucking go, mate. Stop sweating yet?
Yeah. To be fair, quite content now. But you know, try.
I forgot it shakes the piss out of me. Accelerator. Stop that. You didn't listen. Just got to flip it, man.
And we're back.
Huh?
And we're back.
I can't hear.
I say we died, and then they're back. I had to turn it on. No idea.
Was it in between changing gear?
No, I was exploring it.
What, in third or fourth?
Fourth.
Mind the mortar, for fuck's sake. Out of gear. Got your fuel pump on. No more fuel, no more fuel.
Do a push.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, let me get out. Hang on, let me get out. I wonder if it's the battery, but then huh? I think it's the battery, you know. Battery. Yeah, I think it's the battery deck. Yeah.
Don't stop putting fuel in.
Because I can't hear the fuel pump either.
What, the electric fuel pump?
Huh? Yeah.
What one is it?
Huh?
What one is it? This one.
It's all good.
You sure?
Yeah.
Have you got a switch for your fuel? You got no fuel in it?
Huh?
It's got no fuel. How'd you get this off?
Huh?
How'd you get this off?
Just pull it. We need to pull there. No, it's good. It could be that it's lost fuel for the...
Huh?
Could be a fuel in the carb or something, I don't know.
Check the connection on the fuel pump. Can you normally hear it ticking? I'll freeze the frame here to explain that part of the problem is that we thought the car wasn't getting fuel, and with the road noise and everything going on, this is partially why for the past few minutes you could see us going what, and Dobby couldn't hear me and I couldn't hear Dobby, which made it a bit harder. Couldn't hear the fuel pump prime either, and I think unfortunately when we went out I forgot to take my multimeter with me, so we couldn't test it. So what we did, we checked the fuses to make sure they were alright, and the way I have the fuse box set up, I have fuse coming in right in that fuse box where you can see in the video, so, and that fuse looked absolutely fine. So yeah, it was a bit of oddity really. What?
It's all fine. Just take your bonnet off, maybe, that's the other thing.
Have a look then, yeah. So I have checked the fuel pump wiring on the fuel tank, and then that looked absolutely fine. So the next thing was just to confirm, is to have a look at the fuel filter to see if there's any fuel in there or it's coming through. Now I've got a cramp in my legs and everything. Huh? And so the fuel filter looked fairly empty, and now what I was going to do is crank the car just to see if any fuel's being pumped through. Like I said, because we couldn't really hear the fuel pump due to the traffic noise. I'll speed this up a little bit because what we're trying to now effectively do is troubleshoot the fuel system. Because I've done the fuel system myself, it's MPI fuel pump, and I've had to do all the wiring. We're actually trying to see if there's any leaks or if there's any breakage in the wire, any live feed to the fuel pump. And the way I had a fuel pump is through the relay, so I had the feed into the relay and then the relay effectively feeding the fuel pump and going to ignition. Now at this point we sort of run out of ideas as to why the fuel pump is not working, and the only working explanation I had in my mind is that the fuel pump packed up because it was an old one and I wasn't sure how good it was, basically. So because we about 250-300 meters away from the MOT station, but up the hill and 2 more roundabouts away, and where we sort of put the car there was just at the exit of the roundabout. So as people were exiting the roundabout, they were flying into this dual carriageway. So because we caught our breath back and we decided to push it just a little bit further up, because there were cones with some roadworks, just to make it a little bit more safe, and then decide whether we just get recovered or what to do next, really. Yeah, like I said, we sort of ran out of ideas there, and a little bit exhausted. Dobby nearly died pushing me around the roundabout. Yeah.
Yep.
So although it was sped up, we pushed it, I don't know, couple meters up the road. But what the video doesn't sort of show clearly is that we're literally pushing the car up the hill, and although there's not a lot of weight to it, yeah, it was hard work trying to get it to those cones. And we thought, okay, well now we need to cross the road where the cars are coming to get onto the other side where the cones are, and everything there. So just having a little breather, catching up our strength, and gonna continue pushing on. So yeah. And you know, still having hopes that the car will magically start and fix itself, because it does happen. Cars do have the mind of their own, and I'm just giving it another crank just to see if it comes back to life, if we maybe I don't know, knock something in the fuel pump, even though we did give it a couple of taps just to see if it brings it back to life, if it's stuck or seized. But yeah, so we had another little play with the car just to get it going, and unfortunately it didn't start, so back to pushing. You steer me, Phil, look left. Like what? So close, Phil. Yeah, so we're coming up to the cones now, and like Dobby said, we're so close to the MOT station. We really were 2 minutes away, and just unfortunately broke down right there. And naturally, can't really MOT the car if it's not working. The other funny thing that happened is, as you can see, we coming to the cones and they are tapering in. And you can see people are still squeezing through. Bear in mind, Dobby is there pushing the car, so they're almost brushing by him. and just trying to get at the last point, and I'm thinking, just why? Just give it a minute. We're not going really fast, but we are moving, as you can see in the video. I mean, yeah, we're doing maybe 2 miles an hour, but yeah, we're just trying to get the car into the cone, so people could be a bit more mindful, I guess, but nowadays everyone's in a rush, so I guess, yeah, living in their own little world. But yeah, so we eventually get into the cones here, and gonna take another 2 minutes to catch our breath and have a think what to do next. I did have a full recovery, so we could basically call AA or whoever my recovery is and get us back effectively. So we just done an hour's drive to MOT, and it's annoying because nothing really went wrong all the way up to here. So yeah, and then now I'm just gonna get back in and catch my breath.
I definitely need a drink. Got me fucking having a heart attack.
The thing is, what I'm surprised is that the hazard's not working. Because that should work, you know.
So yeah, it's funny because hazards should work, and they did work. And when I was doing the wiring and doing pre-MOT check the night before, it was meant to be all working, but it wasn't. So our hazards weren't flashing. But actually, what we found out later that it's just a sticky switch, so they were working. It's just weren't working well. And here we gonna basically start going through the fuses just to make sure we haven't missed anything, checking every single wire just to see if anything basically broke there. And I'm trying to remember how I wired the fuel pump relay. So I picked a switched life off the main loom going into the relay, and then relay going back to the fuse to put in 10 amp inline fuse to the fuel pump. So I was just checking those, and this is where I had a little, not eureka moment, but a brainwave effectively. When I did it, I bought a relay which had fuse in it, and as you might remember in the beginning when W was saying, oh, the car shakes like no tomorrow, what happened is that he actually shook the fuse, and I think Dobby didn't notice that it fell on his feet, and it was just there, and then you just saw that I pulled it up and I just put it back in.
Where did that just come from?
Ignition off, yeah? It came from this proxy fuel relay. Hang on, turn it off, yeah?
It's off.
It's the main live relay.
Well, and it just shook the fuse out.
Now, watching this all back, this is where it sort of hits me. Looking at the Dobby, he's sort of thinking, oh my god, what an absolute idiot. Who puts a fuse into the relay and then it just shakes itself loose when...
Okay. Try it.
But I can't feel my legs.
Yeah, that's where it was.
Oh no, sit. Oh, I would have drove us there.
Did you turn it off?
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Oh, fucking hell. We've got a bonnet in our back.
Yeah. That's right. Do you want to suit the thing?
I'm not worried about that.
Or just lift it over. Yeah, that's what it was.
So I think this was probably one of the most highlight of the MOT drive, whereby the car came back to life, and I thought to myself, actually we still have a chance of getting the car through the MOT and get it back on the road after all the time that it has been off the road. And that was effectively a minor speed bump in the journey to the MOT station. And yeah, I mean, it was definitely an adventure to say the least. So yeah, just was quite chuffed there. There was massive sort of relief of that. Oh, partially is that we can get the car MOT'd, but also the fact that we don't have to wait for 2 hours or 3 hours for recovery truck just on the side of the carriageway.
Just put your hand out. Where am I going?
Left. basically I need to fucking gaffer tape the fucking fuse to the top. I think I've got 2 of these going in there. It's probably just like vibrated out and pinged out.
I can't feel my calves, man.
I'm sorry. You wanted a fucking adventure.
Why is there a fuse down there on the floor?
Yeah, I suppose you didn't pick it up.
I've got a headache. I can't feel my calves.
Sorry.
Your drink. I've had a drink.
Where's my drink? Because I'm fucking thirsty.
In the bag.
That
bit there.
In a minute. Oh, I had a fucking fright. I thought a fuel pump died. Oh, cheers, dude.
Is there a traffic light around here? Where am I going?
No, just roadworks. We're just going straight.
We'd have had no chance. We'd have got to this point and died.
No, but I reckon we would have seen that and we would have gone in there. Well, you know what? It was almost too good, you know?
Found out what was wrong with it.
Yeah.
I just needed to stop blowing. Asking me questions.
What?
You was asking me questions.
What questions?
I don't know what questions, but I couldn't breathe. Pushed her off the roundabout, my calves.
And yeah, so this was the conclusion of the breakdown that we had. I think all in all we spent about an hour and a half on the journey. It's about a 35-40 minute drive there and about 30 minutes trying to resolve the problem and figure out what's wrong. But yeah, it was an adventure, and ultimately the car went in for MOT and it passed. So yeah, that's the end of this video, and hopefully somebody enjoyed it and found it useful and somewhat entertaining. Yeah, feel free to comment, share, subscribe, whatever. But yeah, thank you for watching.